Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by Storyblocks and their massive inventory of studio quality stock footage. If you've ever been in need of a quick video clip for B-roll, After Effects templates, or motion backgrounds, Storyblocks has you covered. We've used B-roll from Storyblocks extensively over the past 5 years. Whether it's a couple walking in Central Park that we didn't have time to capture when we were in New York City, or a simple clip that is used as a transition, Storyblocks has been there for us with royalty-free clips, audio, and graphics, and they can be there for you as well. To sign up for Storyblocks, head on over to storyblocks.com/fro. First up this week, for those who still care about drones, it looks like DJI's next Mavic Air, the Mavic Air 2, has leaked a few days early.
I never leak.
Here are the leak specs.
I never leak.
A half-inch 12 megapixel sensor capable of 48 megapixel stitched stills. Now, the prior model had a smaller sensor which could only stitch 36 megapixel stills. Flight time looks to be improved a ton from 21 minutes to 34 minutes, though I personally get bored after 5 minutes of flying anyway. The other notable unconfirmed specs, aka this story is completely based off of a leak, is that it will shoot 4K up to 60 frames per second.
Nobody cares.
Seriously though, how many people out there are using their drones once a week, once a month, or even once a year, let alone making money from it? Now I get it, it's not all about making money, but for some people, it really is. On top of that, do you need to upgrade the damn thing as often as they are released by DJI?
Don't get cheap on me.
It's kind of like the problem GoPro ran into. They put out a new one each year, but the quality only gets incrementally better. Now, I like drones that DJI puts out. It's fun to fly and all, but there's really not that many practical uses for it. Unless you're Canadian and need to make a beer or maple syrup run A.
You, buddy.
What? I haven't made fun of Canadians in a while and I needed to make fun of somebody, okay? So it's you, Canada. I'm making fun of you.
Canada.
Sorry. Anyway, DJI has an official announcement coming on the 27th of April, and we can see if any of these leaked specs were correct. Next up, Canon continues their long drawn-out tease of their EOS R5. Now, this is worse than when I was in high school thinking I was gonna get some action because the cute girl named Robin in my photo class turned around and talked to me. Now, what I didn't tell you is that she turned around to tell me to stop bothering her. But hey, at least she turned around to talk to me.
What?
Over the past few months, Canon has let out some general specs about the forthcoming R5, that it will shoot 8K video, have built-in image stabilization, capture 12 frames per second with the mechanical shutter and 20 with the silent, and that it will have 2 card slots. But as of a few days ago, Canon gave us more details about the video specs. If you're wondering why video specs and not stills, the reason is this stuff was supposed to be announced at NAB this past week, but NAB was canceled. Now here's the quick rundown since I made a standalone video and a raw talk talking about the R5 specs. It will shoot full width 8K RAW internally with dual pixel AF in 422 10-bit with C-Log or HDR PQ in H.265. It will also capture full width 4K up to 120 frames per second with dual pixel AF. On top of that, it will have dual card slots with one being CF Express and the other being an SD card UHS-2 slot.
That's so many slots.
Now, there's still no word on how long you can record in 8K and how the camera will stay cool. I know how the camera will stay cool, by the way. Just put it in my hands, because, you know, things in my hands become cool.
Right.
Pew, pew, pew. Personally, as a stills photographer, I care more about the photo specs than the video, but as a content creator, I do have to care about the video specs as well. Do we know when it will officially be announced? No. Do we know how much it will cost? No. But Canon did let it slip that it will be below $4,000 or roughly 12,000 Canadian dollars. Because their money's worthless.
You guys are dicks.
Like their beer.
You know, Canadian beer's like moonshine.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I don't drink beer, it doesn't matter, I don't know. Sorry.
I'm not your buddy, friend.
My guess is that it's coming in June for $3,500. Speaking of $3,500, the super huge Mega Pro giveaway is ending on April 30th. If you want to win a camera or lenses valued up to $3,500, head on over to bit.ly/MegaPro2020 to sign up for free. Now keep in mind, if you purchase FroPack 1, 2, or the bundle, or you already have purchased them, you will score extra entries. Now you do not need to make a purchase to win the grand prize. And finally, the winning photos in the World Press Photo Competition for 2020 have been revealed, along with a breakdown of what cameras they used. Now let me start off this by saying I don't care what camera they used to get the shot. For all I care, they could have used a pinhole camera or a Leica. All that matters is that they got the shot.
Did you get that?
With that being said, I hope you take a few minutes to check out the winners from each category, including the World Press Photo of the Year, which you're seeing on the screen right now. Be sure to skip the winner of the sports category, as there's nothing to see there. Dan, Steven, whoever's editing this, I told you don't show the photo of the Sixers losing in Game 7 on a triple freaking doink. Anyway, since many of you guys out there want to know what gear was used, Spanish photo site Photo Larry, not to be confused with Leisure Suit Larry, has put together a few charts, starting with this one, showing that more winners used Canon and more losers actually used Fuji, Sony, and Leica.
That's not right.
Oh, thanks for the correction, because you're right. In fact, the winning photo was taken with a Fuji X-H1, and the winning photo story was taken with various Fuji X100 cameras, thus meaning that Fuji makes the best cameras in the world, period. No questions asked. Fuji's the greatest ever.
I mean, there's a right answer here, but that's not it.
The next graph shows a breakdown by camera model, with the 5D Mark IV in the lead with 9 winning photos, the D5 and 5D Mark III each with 4, and the Fuji X Pro 2 with 3. Now my issue with the chart is there are 45 winners, of which 3 cameras did not have data. So that means a Fuji or a Sony or even a DJI could have been in second place, but the data is not all accounted for. Thus, these charts are still bullshit. I think the most interesting chart is the DSLR versus mirrorless, with DSLRs accounting for 64.3% and mirrorless with 23.7% versus only 4.4% last year. And rounding out the chart with 12% is other. Other what? What could other possibly be other than an SLR? Because cell phones are mirrorless cameras and pinholes are pinhole cameras, so what the hell is other?
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, buddy.
Also, you need to keep in mind that photo competitions are subjective, as there are different judges that have different opinions on different types of photos, and these charts about what cameras were used are meaningless. Now, I'm not downplaying the winners at all, or the fact that the winner shot Fuji. That's great, because I don't care what people get the winning shot with, as long as they get the freaking shot. But I do want to congratulate everybody who did win. So do you know how many photos were entered? Let me tell you. There were 73,996 photographs entered from 4,282 photographers from 125 different countries. Now, it's got to be hard to judge that many photos and somehow end up with one winning shot. The moral of the story, all that ever matters is, did you get the shot, not what you shot it with. And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.